I'm with Chris Meyer, who is the CEO of Monitor Networks and co-author of Blur and It's Alive. And Chris, the question for Supernova is, in your words, what is the new network?
To me, the new network is, and this whole 2.0 kind of rubric that seems to have spread over it, is about a set of capabilities that really enable human networks. So the way perhaps .com enabled commerce, we now have a set of capabilities like peer-to-peer sharing, like tagging and filtering, like reputation systems, like real-time 3D environments, which are enabling people to come together around common interests and create social systems or just the capability for a group to address an issue. So my definition is that set of capabilities that's enabling human networks to grow.
And what do you see that might be a threat to this new network?
Um, there's a potential for concentration of power, which will introduce a way of thinking that doesn't fit networks. So I think there's, to overstate the case, there is the potential for a bifurcation of the economy or of society between those people who believe that work of all kinds is a zero-sum game and those who think it's a positive-sum game. So if you grew up and went to business school when I did, the world was one of oligopolies. And it really was a kind of zero-sum game as Ford and Chrysler and GM fought for market share points, or Coke and Pepsi, or Lever Brothers and Colgate and P&G. Then we come into an era which is all about growth. And in my mind, the East Coast lost out to the West Coast significantly because the East Coast still believed in zero-sum games and writing careful contracts while the West Coast was getting on with sharing ideas in a way that they thought everyone would benefit from. I fear that as we create communities that thrive on sharing, which is not to say everything is free, but is to say that you don't lock everything up, the large media companies or large telecom companies, or for that matter, maybe large commerce companies, will exert the wrong kind of, they'll buy these things and exert the wrong kind of management approach to them so that we go back to a zero-sum world.
And thank you. What do you think are the potential opportunities that exist with this new network?
I think that networks thrive on principles of reciprocity, transparency, mutual value creation, and that's happening in interesting ways. I mean, it ranges from people who are, technological experts offering answers to questions on message boards, but to things like sunlight.org, and I don't know how many people are aware of it, but they are an organization dedicated to transparency in government. So let's say you're interested in which congressmen are manipulating and benefiting from earmarks on bills. It takes some real research to find out who's doing what. So Sunlight will post on their website a protocol that says, here's where you get the information you need, and here's how to analyze it. And so they're looking for volunteers, 500 congressmen, they're looking for 500 volunteers to each take one, follow their protocol, get the data, do the work, post it. So you are enabling a community that believes in transparent government to sort of crowdsource the work. And I see that as a pathfinding case related to the people who, I've forgotten the website name, maybe you know it, that were posting pictures of polluters in their neighborhoods and creating sort of a wall of shame about them. So I see this transparency as almost a next stage of democracy, potentially.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week at Supernova in San Francisco, the 20th to the 22nd of June.
Look forward to being there. See you there, Howard.
Thank you very much.